Alrighty, I do declare we are live right now. Hello everyone. Hello VOD watchers. Thank you for popping in. I'm just getting started right now, setting up the audio, and we're gonna be just doing some work today. I didn't really make it very specific what kind of work we're doing. We'll probably do some work on getting this fight and flight game done. I might also do some work on the engine project because the lighting system has been living rent-free in my mind for a little bit, and I really want to fix it, but we gotta get things going, man. Yeah, but we need to finish the game. I have so many ideas, but I need to restrain myself. Last time we did a bunch of stuff with the backgrounds, which look pretty cool, pretty okay. I feel quite happy with my backgrounds and how they look. We're probably gonna do some more stuff, but I think we're gonna work on some fixes today, some more functional stuff before we do any engine things. Yeah, we have a bunch of assets we did here. That's that game. Cool game. So he's swagging. Yeah, what's going on the other? Oh, hey, Sia. Hi, glad to see you. Hope all is well. Yeah, we're just getting started right now. I don't know what I want to work on, dude. My heart wants to do the game engine, but we need to get some functionality done. Let's think about. Let me try to remember. Nope. Here we go. We did a bunch of stuff here. This is already implemented. This is not implemented. We should probably do that. There's some new things. This is becoming elevated because this is becoming more prevalent the more we do this. I hate the screen name, but my 12-year-old self is probably onto something. Dude, I read your name, and I was like, that's very much a 12-year-old. Like this. You're on the same wavelength as me when I was a kid. My username for everything was like blah blah. And just it's like the dumbest thing. I had like multiple Roblox accounts when I was a kid for whatever reason. But instead of making an original name, it would start with blah blah, and then I would just keep adding more numbers to the back of it. I don't even know how many I got, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, gotta love 12-year-old stuff. I love that, like, that email is so pervasive that even nowadays for important adult documents and accounts, it's still tied to that email. So it's like, are you blah blah? Is that your account? Yeah, that's yeah. We'll change that eventually. The internet in 2010 was a peak. Yeah, it was peak. It's just been downhill from here. I mean, there's a reason why there's like a resurgence of the tiny web, right? Like, you have NeoCities and stuff, and let me see if I can find it. There's like NeoCities, which has that same kind of feel. .org. It doesn't say. It's not the same as like the Flash games that were there, dude. Or there's so many. There's like the Flash sites that you had. There was like the quirky websites that were kind of goofy, but it felt like a person made it. Honestly, I'm gonna do. There's so many tasks we need to do, but I need to rework the Cozy Cabin Games website because I don't want to use my. I made a JavaScript library for this or framework for this. It's terrible, but it's like good enough. But I think we're gonna stop trying to make it reactive and modern. I think we're gonna go for a straight HTML, just raw HTML, maybe some CSS, throw in some GIFs in there. I think we got to do that. I think we got to make this super Y2K or early, very Netscapey. Bring back forum RPGs. Oh my goodness, that's the other thing. Oh my, I have too many projects, dude. I have too many projects. Yeah, so like, you remember with the whole Discord age verification stuff? So we were looking at moving to a new, to independently hosted platform. But then like, I was like, you know what? You're still reliant on like an open source. It's open source, that's good. You can audit it and change it, but why not do some, why not hand roll our own website and everything, dude? Just throw in a lamp stack, do some PHP, the greatest of languages. Brother. Let me fix the high score system while we're at it. Score view. Or data or something. Am I being dumb? I feel dumb. Is this... Okay, here we go. I'm accessing it this way. Run records, because it's called that. Yeah, it's not high scores, it's run records, of course. Why would I think otherwise? But yeah, I really want to... Because, like, Rooster Teeth had that. They have their own forum community. So, like, if YouTube went down overnight or something, there's still this backup community that exists that, you know... There's a backup community that you can fall on. And all their videos are there too, so it's like... I like that. We need to do that more. What am I... Okay, so we had this whole thing. Okay, let's talk about the bug that's going on here. And we're gonna pretend that it's for your explanation and it's not me explaining to myself how this bug works. What's going on, Elliot? What are you making? I am trying to finish a game that I started a while ago. And I need to get it done so I can actually, like, work on new projects. Because, you know, it's probably not a great sustainable thing to be able to keep opening up new projects. What's going on, Tide Pod eating? Tide Pod eating. Are you making a game? Yeah, I'm making a game. And maybe tonight I'll work on my engine project as well. Oh my goodness, it's being laggy right now. So this is a stage we started working on last night. Made some assets. It's coming together. But when we go to the main menu and go to the high scores... Actually, you're not seeing the issue right now. Let's actually play the game a little bit. Let's mute the music right now. So if you get some sufficient scores and eventually score 5, let's just die right now. Let's just die. So we got a score, cool, we can exit. Go back here, we go to high scores, and rad, we have an entry, right? This is score of 1, your top score is like, there's something weird going on here. I don't know why it's not formatting the date correctly at all. But you see the score you had here, and the date, you got it. So far, so good, and we got a score of 5. Let's keep playing a little bit. And then we're gonna see how this high score board expands. Don't worry, we'll fix the formatting. That's like an easy thing to fix. What's not easy, or like at least not as clear, is why what I'm about to show you happens. Boop. Boop. Okay, cool. Exit. Yeah, look at that. So like we have this issue where once we insert the second element, all of a sudden all the remaining slots that are unoccupied by scores in the board get filled with the last one. So we gotta fix that. I also gotta fix we gotta fix formatting as well. I know it's not a big deal, but I mean it is a big deal, but it's a low-hanging fruit thing. Okay. Where do we query this? Try record. Oh, what's going on, Tide Pod? You should probably get off YouTube if you're 6. I'm not 6. I'm a big boy. I was thinking of becoming a game designer, but I got no experience whatsoever besides 3D printing on Adventure or making vinyl stickers for the race car fenders at the Speedway. I mean, it's one of those things where if there's a will, those who desire do. I think right now you got a lot of resources to make to help you in your journey if you decide to make games. The cool thing about game development is that there's a very low barrier of entry. Like, as long as you have a machine of some sort, like a laptop or a PC, and some internet connection, you can download stuff. There's no way that's a monitor. That is my monitor, dog, complete with green mode. Look at this. Look. The ultimate way of verifying that this is a real monitor. Green mode. Yeah, and this is how I live my life. This is not CG. This is how we live, dude. What's going on, Destron? How you doing? I was hoping to create some games like Wreckfest, but with a cartoony outline Borderlands. Yeah, dog. Just get started, man. Try start with okay. What is here's your Google searches you're gonna do. You're gonna Google search what a game engine is, and you're gonna get a few results of some popular engines. Look at the kind of games people make with them, and choose the one that seems right to you. I'll give you some off-the-cuff recommendations. If you're doing some 2D stuff, you can do Game Maker. If there's a fusion of 2D or 3D, or you're gonna do whatever, you can do Unity or Godot as well. Unity and Godot is great. If you want to have something more weight here, if you're trying to make something that's more quote-unquote AAA, then Unreal is also an option that you have. But there's a lot of game engines nowadays too. Those are the major ones that people are aware of. Why the old school monitor? Because that's how I live my life, Yella. Alright, all day, I'm cursed with looking at crystal clear images on my company laptop or monitor or whatnot. I'm cursed with looking at 4K OLED screens. And sometimes you have to go back home and just remember what peak looks like. It's 4 a.m. Yeah, prof. We're streaming super early today. Usually we stream crazy late because I work and then I have to do stuff with my nieces, and then sometimes I take a nap and then I wake up 2 a.m. Or not 2 a.m. I wake up at 10 and it's alright. Time to clock into the second shift. But today we actually didn't fall asleep, and my nieces went home early today, so I had more time, man. Try added record. So that's for adding. Where do we get this stuff? Ha! Here we go. Get. So where is this being used? Are you being used here? Cool. We check to see if it's a default. We write a blank line if that's the case. Otherwise, we do. So you have to enforce the formatting, I think. There's some probably smart way of formatting this correctly. I don't want to Google it right now. You know what? I should probably learn. Dang it! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna actually learn how to do it the right way. Dang it. C#. Timestamp. String formatting. Okay, custom date time, format strings for .NET. MSDN, what do you have for me today? Okay, so we have a date time that's provided. Perfect. That's actually the class I'm supposed to be using, not timespan. Timespan is a different thing. Okay, we're just string formatting stuff. Let's fix our query. Yeah, we're gonna Kagi this. Because, by the way, I don't use Google. We use Kagi in this household. How, ew, gross. Use Google? The spyware? Alright, we get the same result. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go to Stack Overflow. We're gonna be the one user today of Stack Overflow. Gotta pump their numbers back up. Let's see here. What do you have for me? Okay, cool. Datetime, try parse, exact. Negative. Okay, yeah, no, not looking at that one. Is there not like a convenient? There is a convenient way of formatting it. I just don't know off the cuff. Okay, string format examples. Don't fail me now. Oh, why are you using these colors, dog? Okay, you have to have a string dot format. Okay, gotcha, okay. So you can, okay. So we gotta do something a little bit here. We gotta do... I'm sorry. Is it capital or lowercase? Okay. We have to provide the date time, which is going to be record dot date of run, which by the way is not correct information, or not fully correct information. And then we do the formatting, which in this case would be we can do month, day, year. I believe that should be correct. I also want to have the time of day, but maybe that's not as important to display to people. Okay, you have hour, minute. Oh, it's capital M for month. Hour, minute. Do you have a PM? There you go, TT. Okay, there we go. So you can see if you scored at a very late time at night, how much of a bum you are. Nah, I'm joshing. Okay, let's see if this compiles. Commit to the bit. Yeah, we committed to the bit. I forgot what bit it was. I was going Elliot, right? What is your game called if you release it? I have no idea, dude. We've gone through different names. Maybe Radio Rush, maybe Fight and Flight, I don't know. Do you, my friend, Momo? What does that mean? Like, do I know your friend? Just got up, had a long one game jamming. You had a long one game jamming last night. You're in a game jam? Let's go, dude. Haven't done those in a long time. Yeah, that's not looking right. That's not looking right. So clearly we're doing something wrong. Okay, string format. Yeah, why is this showing us like a null thing? Oh, do you have to do the pre... Oh, let's move this over here. They have a prefix. What is that? 0. Okay. Does that affect anything? Oh, wait, wait, so I have to do the brackets within the string as well. That's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. Okay, there we go. I don't know why they have this 0 ahead of it, but... Who am I to question Microsoft? Everyone knows Microsoft makes no mistakes. They're filled with nothing but good decisions and wisdom. Also, my bad, the Discord's popping up. Hey, Zero, what's going on? It's good to see you, man. What's your word per minute? Let's find out my words per minute right now. Let's find out where I'm sitting at today. Let's go to good old-fashioned monkey type. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm choking. Oh, I'm choking, dude. We started so confident, and then it just goes downhill so fast, dude. It's okay. It's okay. Ah! Okay, 84. That's about my average. There's one stream we got to like 99 or something. We were close to 100 one day. What are you programming, bro? Right now we're just trying to fix some bugs, and then I think what we're gonna do is for this stage, the high score bug is like a very innocuous thing. Or not innocuous. It's not like the most cool thing. I think the cool thing we're gonna do is I want to make this level have a section where it opens up, and at that point, what am I doing? Let me pause it here. Here we go. So at this point in the level, I'm gonna have a section that opens up like this, I'm thinking. And we're gonna have a bunch of leaves that are falling down that you have to dodge. And this is gonna be denoted as blue. If I can correctly set that. So we're gonna have a bunch of blues around here. I said we're gonna have a couple blues. Okay. Why are we not? Oh, I have to add it to the index. There we go. And these are gonna be leaves. They're gonna be falling down. So when you go into view, these leaves are gonna be like doing this kind of pattern. It's gonna be very quick to do, at least to implement. It should be very straightforward. We have something very similar to that for asteroids. I think it's just gonna be another mode of like. The way it's gonna turn out is that we're gonna have this assign function, but instead of this, oh my goodness, I'm just choking. Instead of this being asteroid, it's gonna be assign leaf, I guess, or falling leaf. And are we gonna need level assets? I don't think so, honestly. I don't know why we're taking this in. And a lot of this is gonna be kind of the same, except for tile resource. Yeah, it's correct material. Yeah. Get component, yeah. All this stuff has to happen. Yeah, we have that. The thing that's gonna change here is gonna be this. So instead of doing the asteroid resources, we're gonna be doing a leaf resource. And it's gonna be a texture that's gonna have the falling leaf. The thing that's gonna be different, it's an animation. So we're gonna have to like manually animate this. Maybe I should make a shader for this specific, or not shader, use a material instance for that specifically instead of trying to coerce the tile system to accommodate it, but I don't know. Kai Boy, what's going on? Name game? No idea. Unnamed game. What is this, day 56? Probably. It's like day 60 or something. We're close. How long are you into coding? Like in life? Like usually I say about 15 years, something like that. What's going on, Nicholas? And what's going on? Oh yeah, just AFNAF enjoyer. Yeah. Now you know my WPM. Germany though. Prof. Radio Rush, Fight and Flight. Yeah, I don't know, Zero. We've been so... Zero, we've been, like, having an identity crisis with this game, haven't we? I don't know. What's going on, Xavier? Yeah, dude, I think we're gonna do something here. I think we're gonna... I don't know what we're gonna do with the name. So I'm trying to make a shader for a CRT monitor. I haven't been able to find a good one that isn't for a TV. That's an interesting endeavor, Deathron. I've done some CRT shaders before, but I'm not quite happy with their effect. Like, I've done it for a few games, but I think I want to sit down and try writing another one that properly emulates a CRT. Wouldn't that be so wild to try writing a shader on a CRT shader on a CRT? Just Terminal, dude. Oh, I tried using Ubuntu 24 with i3, but my battery drained quickly compared to Win 11 x86. Do you have any solutions? That's weird that your Ubuntu and i3 is causing your battery to drain. I know switching my laptop to Ubuntu and i3, it was fine. It actually improved the battery life and the CPU temps. But, like, what are you using? Because, like, the biggest thing that affects stuff is, like, the compositors. Like, if I use PyCom right now, which I usually kill, you start seeing higher utilization. MV top, a little bit higher. Which is why I usually just kill all PyCom nowadays. So, it would be that, or, I don't know, maybe something like with your... I guess it depends on what kind of PC you're using, but it's odd for Windows to be... Oh, you know what it could be? Is like Superfetch. I don't know, but usually it's... You have to be using a machine really hard for Superfetch to kind of be a real... I don't know. I have no idea, man. PC monitors look pretty different. Yeah, they do. Very distinct. Yeah, I'm thinking of what we're gonna do. Telematerial. How are we gonna go about implementing this thing? We have the asteroid texture. I could just do a specific material instance for this. Leaf material. That's gonna be animated. Oh, you brother. You got a PS2. I do got a PS2. There's a bunch. There's like. So here's the thing. I have a PS2, but the CD drive or the DVD drive, I think, is dying. So I can only play PS1 games on it. So I bought like 3 PS2 games I wanted to give a try, and I can't play them because the drive is not working. I think the only one I can play is Gran Turismo, but like Katamari, Musashi, and no, not Spyro. What's the other one? There's only 2 that I have so far. I don't know, I have to check. Gran Turismo fails though sometimes too. But yeah, I have a few PS2 games I just can't play. Cause until I've like replaced it, but I need to get a soldering iron to do that drive replacement. You gotta get Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. Oh my goodness. Now I'm more of a Shrek Super Slam kind of guy. I'm kind of a Red Riding Hood main. Am I gonna do this? Am I really gonna do this? I'll see. If they have it in the store, I'll get it. If just for the memes. Okay, we have to do another thing as well. We have to do, we have a, no, not returnable. We have asteroid update. We have to do a falling leaf update. And what are we gonna do? Alright, we have to also factor in the time dilation coefficient. Okay, we'll just do this then. So you have to have, if I'm gonna make it a constant. Maybe like, I don't know, 10 meters per second. That's kind of too fast. We do like 2 meters per second. And then the x amplitude, it could be like, I don't know, maybe 3 meters, 4 meters. And then we're going to do transform dot position equals transform dot position overwrite x overwrite y plus falling speed. So this is the delta we're doing. We have to use a time. No, not service. Time. What is it called? There's a coefficient. Coefficient, there we go. Times time dot delta time. Splendid, we have our y value calculated now. As for the x, x is going to be a function of math f psi. It's going to be I don't think this is going to work. I don't know. We'll see. Times time dilation coefficient. I don't know. You can get a mod that will let you play games off of a hard drive. Oh, I saw that. I really want to get the chunky PS2. I have the thin one, but I grew up with the chunky one. How's it going, Terrell? I'll be lurking in the background, otherwise working the same. That's good to hear, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. Or emulate the game, the GameCube. Nah, we'd never emulate in this household. We only emulate games we purchased. Talent, God willing. Yeah, man. All the stuff that I can do and have, like, of course, is a function of a coefficient of it is like effort, but it's also God-given. Not even talent, but opportunities. Let's say that. That's a better way of describing it. Gotta have both. No man is an island unto himself. Right, we have to do x times amplitude. Oh, we have to make this relative to, oh, we have to make it relative to the position, don't we? So, we have to cache. We have to cache some stuff. Specifically the float, x position. Initial x, and this has to be set on update material properties. No, that's assign asteroid. Assign leaf. X equals transform dot position dot x. Tempo S 2.0? Eventually, man. Okay, like, unironically, though, like... I'm not gonna... I've already started the stream talking about there's so many different projects we need to get done and need to do. So we'll leave the cozy OS to like the cozy console and the cozy OS discussions until after we've gotten some games done for this company. I need to finish some projects first, man. But I will say, like, part of the motivation of like making it in like a very lean engine in C that with minimal dependencies and allows you to swap out the final rendering stage is partially so that like it can be super easy to massage it into a leaner environment. We'll see though. How can a man talk about doing any of that stuff if we cannot even get proper high scores and falling leaves to work, right? You gotta get that going. It's like, hey, we have... Let's make a float called sign component. We're gonna do some kind of series at some point about some educational topics, because I think people have been wanting to see that kind of stuff, it seems like. But I think I'm going to do a short video aside from that that's going to go over like helpful math functions. Like, you'll be surprised how much you just need a few set of simple math functions and you can do so much with it. But I don't know, we'll see. So you have our sign component, initial x, plus this sign component. Okay, cool. And we're doing times time dilation coefficient. Beautiful. We also have to have a speed coefficient. Or just called speed. I mean, it is a coefficient, but it's just speed. Or maybe we can be a little bit more specific and call it the oscillation speed. And maybe it'll be like 0.2f. Okay, cool. So I know when we assign asteroid, we create this like observable for on update. Pretty sure that's what we do. Yeah, right here. So we need to do the same thing except for the falling leaves. Make it disposable. Do that there. And what do we do? All right, right here. Not only do you do this, we also dispose falling leaf behavior if it's already existing. And we just change the function to falling leaf. Update. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So we do the thing. Cool. Bird up, dude. What are you doing? I'm making, so we have a level. This should compile. I'll show you guys. So right now we have this level in the game, and you're just traversing like this tunnel kind of thing, but I intend to eventually have the level open up to something like this, and in this chasm, there's going to be a bunch of leaves that are hazardous to the player. And the leaves are not just going to sit there statically. No, no, no. The leaves are going to be falling in this kind of pattern, like this. And the player has to avoid that. So what we've been implementing right now is that behavior of the movement. So if you look at here, we have this function called falling leaf update. This is called every single frame. And if you look at over here we define the components or the changes that are going to be happening to the x coordinate and the y coordinate. So the x coordinate is going to have its initial x position plus this offset. So if you look here, it's a simple sinusoidal function. It's just a sine function. So you have sine with the input of time. If you don't know, sine is like a function that oscillates like this from -1 to 1. And we're passing the current time and some additional information like how fast we want it to oscillate. So once we assign this leaf, it's going to cache or save its initial position, and then we're going to do an offset that's going to create this motion for the leaf on the x-axis. For the y-axis, it's much more straightforward. We're just making it go down a certain speed. That's all we're doing. There's a few more things you have to take into account because this game has a feature on it called time stop. So every single thing you do in the game has to be reactive to when you stop time globally. So if you're wondering what that time dilation coefficient is, it's just telling us, or the leaf, hey, right now we're in slowed down time, so you have to go half as fast. That's all there is to it. Is game dev your full-time job? No, but I work adjacent kind of to dev. I use a lot of the same kind of skills that I do for game development in my day job. It's a very much programmatic focused thing. What's going on, Gregory? Lawrence, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well this evening. So, what do we have here? So I believe we've done this correctly. We're gonna have to fine tune these values, but that's okay, that's okay. We can fine tune these values. Let's go on Lucid Waves. Assign falling leaf. We got entity, we do a bunch of stuff. Maybe we should correct the resources we're using here, but you know what, maybe we'll just be lazy and just test this out with this behavior first, and then we'll deal with the visuals and having the leaves be animated. So let's do that. What's the last thing I need to do? Right, so we have to go to the level generator. Some levels are procedurally generated, other levels we're doing, I'm using this texture that defines the shape of a level and populating the game's buffer with that. And now I need to indicate to the game that, hey dude, we're doing something special here. Generate crystal cavern, asteroid belt. There's a few other levels we have, but right now I set the probability for this one to the maximum since we're developing this level currently. Level texture. Buffer to coordinates to index. Get entity. We get index from here, entity type from there, entity create. And what comparison do we do? Okay. So what I think I need to do actually is this is sampling the input. Okay, yeah. So really, what I need to do when we do level from texture, get entity. This is odd. Oh, right. Because I forgot. We have this. We can't. So this is. The level generation happens on a separate background thread. I'm sorry, what did you just say, Dot? Hey, what's going on, Tamirka? It's good to see you. Which programming language are you using for the game developments? Mostly C# when I'm doing Unity stuff. I mean, C# and HLSL for shader stuff. And then for my game engine, I'm using C. Because C is great, dude. Yeah, no, that comment's gone. Nice setup, but do you hear the old monitor static? It's driving me crazy. Do you hear it? I honestly can't hear it that much. It could be worse, because I've EQ'd quite a bit of it. So, like, here's a little sampler of how bad it can be if I disable my EQ. So, this is without the EQ I have going on to try to kill the sound. So, I'm trying to kill it, but, yeah, it could be worse. It can be worse. Yeah, I can still hear it a little bit. I don't know. I have to like stack a bunch of EQs to try to kill that frequency. It's terrible because when I produce music, sometimes I do the music production on this as well. But when I record with the microphone, the CRT sound gets in there and it poisons it, and it's like, oh, brother. I'm gonna have to re-record that. Or I don't, because it was like a great take, but and I don't think I'd replicate it, so I convinced myself that we can make this happen. Alright, we have level data. This is where things happen. What is this? Yeah, we're not using that. Level data. What do you have here? Get entity. Generate. So we generate from a texture. Cool. Entity type from texture. Beautiful. And then we have this whole known color thing. We're gonna call this special. This is gonna be contextual to the level, so it's gonna be RGB. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do that. Cause then any level specific hazard we can just like mark it as blue and we know what to use every single time, so yeah, that might be the way we go. Beautiful. Commit to the old tech, I can appreciate that, but those monitors kill me. I've always wanted to make games and not just play them. Do you still game, or are you having more fun making them? Yeah, I really enjoy making games. I do play games, and so I do enjoy playing games, and there's games that are very enjoyable for me that I think are very meaningful. But like I find myself not playing very often because what's always in my mind is the stuff I'm working on. Like games are cool and everything, and I do make time to play them, but the process of creating is so much more exciting for me. Game, yep. That's what we're doing right now. Yeah, boy. Supremus. C#, woman in STEM. Yeah, C#. Well, see, that's exactly why I want to stop using Unity and C#, alright? My inner misogynist wants to... You see, this is what peak development is. There's no she in here. It's all just pure C. The feminine mind could not comprehend peak, oh my goodness, never mind. Just kidding, we have a bunch of compile errors. Never mind. We we broke stuff at some point. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we're going back to see. What game are you making? I'll show you. Damn, I knew it. Yeah. It happens. Dang it, I can't be a misogynist today. Not an ally. Yeah, oh no, that's not far enough, alright? It's not hashtag not an ally, it's hashtag antagonist. Is there a way to optimize it for potato spec devices and have a stable 120 FPS? Like my game? Stability, yes. There's a way to do it. And we've done a lot of optimizations for this. So like in the Discord, let me pull it up. There's like a little the last dev update we did, we talked about some of the optimizations we did to make it run pretty well and consistently. So keep in mind, so I went to Walmart and I bought this $40 phone. This cheapo $40 phone. And the whole purpose of this phone is just to run the game on it. Because if this game runs well on this cheapo Walmart phone, then it should run on other devices fine. Maybe older devices are not going to be as good, probably. So if I want to do a better bench, we'll do that. But so far, that's my frame of reference, and it's working pretty good. There's a load of different depths of dealing with optimizations for it. One of them is like this whole object pooling, and like this buffer system we have for having data that's packed very tightly. Make it very cache coherent, and minimizing the actual objects that are being like game objects, Unity game objects that exist at any given time. So like here's a very simple like slicing look of how this culling system works. But even then, there's like stuff we've done. Like I know one optimization we did was that we stopped using dictionaries, or at least for this, and instead moved to like a a table that contains the values. I think I just call it table. And it's like an O of N lookup. So anyone who's done like algorithms would be like, this is terrible. It's O of N instead of like hashing and doing it that way. But like in practice, with the volume of data we're going to be iterating through, which is smaller, it actually makes more sense and it's faster to have like a linear lookup. I mean, I feel like there's a way we can force it to be like compute these values to be a more accurate lookup that doesn't require that. But it's faster to have like everything contiguous together, and it went from like I think it went from like 6 milliseconds to, I have the data here because I was like super proud of the different levels of optimizations we went through. Let me find it. Perf data, yep. Yep, and then vim gb perf. Yes, we're editing it anyways. See, I see like where it was before initially, which is like 12 milliseconds for the object culling and the model update. And eventually we got it down from 12 to 1.33 milliseconds. And part of that was this table change. So there's so many things you can do with optimizations to make things go faster, but the rule is like you want to start with just a naive approach, I guess, unless you know for a fact performance can be an issue. But even then, it's fun to start with the bad naive approach, because then you have a hard set of data to reference when you finally do your optimizations. You can see how it compares to the baseline, and then you don't waste time doing unimportant optimizations, because you run the risk of prematurely optimizing, but it's not actually the thing that's taking a lot of frame time. So the biggest key is just sitting down with the profiler and identifying where your costs are coming from. Is it coming from having to go to somewhere around the heap that's far away and Is it coming from a bunch of allocations that are triggering a garbage collection and causing frame spikes to happen more frequently? Profiling your game is going to give you insight into where your performance bottlenecks are happening and how to approach tackling it. So yeah, that's a little long-winded answer to ya boys, but hopefully that's helpful to you guys. Xavier, what do you do for work and how do you have enough time for this? I mean, I do software development and I don't know, I like it, so I make time for this kind of stuff. I can't not make time for it. It's too much fun for me. What am I doing? I was doing something, wasn't I? Yeah, I was doing something and I wanted to show off the numbers, dog. What was it? What was the thing I was doing? It was the leaf thing, right? We went to the data generation. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. We have color, we have special, we have that defined. Cool. This is being used somewhere. Okay. What am I doing? I guess it's just throwing an enum. Yeah, that's right. So the responsibility for dealing with the special case is going to be in the entity creation functions. Yeah, okay, here we go. So we have this case trials, asteroid. Right. Okay, so you have to add a new case called special. Okay. So entity type special. We have to determine what current level has been generated right now. And then we'll do the differing assignments based off of that. So we need to add a new parameter to this, which is a bad name for the enum. I really should refactor this. I'm gonna go to where this is used. Current level visual. There we go. Move this up a little bit. Okay, we have level. Now we can do level and have like different case switch statements. In this case, we're gonna do mochi, which is gonna produce, I don't know, this. And instead of doing assign tile, we're gonna assign leaf. Okay, cool. And the switch case is getting kind of gnarly, so I might have to do something about it, but we'll see. HOQ to learn, how to learn C fastest way. Like super beginner, but interested in coding. Okay, so I'm happy you're choosing C as your first language, because C is a great language, and you're gonna learn some important things. We had a discussion. There's we have a forum in our Discord, and someone was asking about learning C actually. If you're learning the ground basics of programming, though, there's some things you have to learn ahead of time. In general, I always recommend pick out a project and start tackling it. If you're starting from scratch, though, there's some basic stuff you need to learn, like Let's talk about this. Scratch. Edit anyways. So like, if you're gonna learn C, or just programming stuff in general, there's some basic things you have to learn. Like, for example, you have to know what a variable is, right? You have to learn what a function is. And within variables, you have to learn about, you're going to learn stuff like what is a data type, and things like primitives. And eventually you'll learn about structs. That's going to be a little bit of a thing, but you'll get there. Functions, you're going to learn about the basic stuff, like just what a function is. C is super simple, all right? It's not like you have different types of functions like members or whatever. There's no private, public. It's just a function, right? Which is a thing that takes in something. Or it can't take in something. It does something. And then sometimes returns something. And that's kind of very powerful. So you're gonna learn some of the basics of that. The bare minimum thing you also need to learn is printf, and just learning how to output to a monitor or to your terminal. And it's not just like hello world. Like, that's important. You got to learn how to do your hello worlds, but you also need to learn about like how to print variables. So you're going to learn about your different percent types, like percent %d for integers, percent %f for floats, percent %s for strings, percent %c for chars, that kind of thing. You also have to learn about special characters. So how to define a new line character, which is just this. New line characters, your tabs, whatever. It's like the basic stuff you're gonna need to like learn how to print stuff to a screen. You also have to learn how to like data types, how to declare a variable, that's a whole thing. And then assign /update. I'm basically making a rubric for you, dude, or a syllabus. So you're gonna, that's like a very just tangible first steps type stuff. From there, you're gonna learn about control flow. Also very important, crucial thing. So you're gonna learn about if statements. You need to learn about loops. Really, the only ones that matter are like for loops and while loops. Anyone who does a do while loop is just being dumb. They're just being extra for no reason. I mean, okay, that's like the basics, the basic one you want to learn. Switch cases as well. Switch case is important. Yep. You also have to learn about like the function, the signature of a function. Super simple. And then once you get through control flow, you can do some more gnarly fun stuff. Oh, what's going on, TST? It's good to see you. You're in horizontal land today. Sub, thank you, Valorant Fest. But yeah, I think that's like if you're gonna learn C, this is a good set of things to start learning and get you going. And then we could talk about some other stuff. There's like so much we can. I'm holding myself back. We're restraining ourselves here. But I think this is basic stuff, and this is not only C specific. I mean, some of it's C specific, but it's very general ideas that'll translate to other languages. So, like, you're gonna have to learn this no matter what. Hey, brother, happy to see you back at it. Stay blessed. Best of luck to you. Of course, man. Thank you, Fearless. Or Feel LSA. And God bless to you as well, man. What's going on, 1080? I took the screenshot. I will try learning and we'll come back and we'll tell you. Sounds good, man. And I'm also planning to do like an intro to C video at some point, so maybe that'll be helpful at some point. But yeah, that's kind of what the syllabus would look like, or at least the intro video would look like or something. Join your Discord? Yeah, man. Welcome to the Discord. Alright, so I was doing something. What was I doing again? I was doing something. Right, we have special, and we check to see if we're on this stage, and we do stuff here. We sign a leaf. Cool. I think this might be just good enough to test it out, so we're going to save this. Honestly, I should probably like do this somewhere else, but whatever. We're just gonna see how this works, and either it's gonna be a flying success or it's gonna be the worst mistake I've ever made in my life, and I'm gonna regret having even thought about this in the first place. No in between. Okay, let's just try this out. Let's see what happens. Hey, welcome. Okay, let me bring back the chat. My bad. Okay, let's see if we can make it. 1 second, there's a question. Love your streams. I have 2 questions. What are your key bindings to make you so fast, and how are you able to code on a small CRT? I see folks using 32-inch monitors. Yeah, I mean, the key ingredient to my recipe is just using Vim and i3. i3 is a Linux thing, but it makes it very easy to switch between my windows. As for code navigation, I use Vim Motions. Vim Motions is it's a way of being, man. It's a way of thinking. But it's not tied to any specific IDE. I mean, like, Vim and NeoVim are the things that created it, right? But like, or I guess Vi, but yeah, you can. It's usually for most IDEs or for most code editors, they will have a Vim plugin that you can install, and you can start navigating your code that way. I purposely use default binding, so I don't do anything special. So the way I'm navigating and doing stuff is the same exact way you'd be doing it on your end. So that's how we're able to navigate. It's not working. She's not working. She's not working. I'm not saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. So either this is not rendering correctly, or I have failed. So which one is it? Let's make sure this is not going off screen too quickly. So we're gonna make. You have to check our level generation stuff. Yeah, this is the level data stuff. I should probably document this as well, because I'm going to come back to this a few months later and I'm going to be like, what is this? Since level generation happens on a separate thread, we cannot share texture 2Ds with the generation thread. Instead, use this lean version of the map texture to share this is generated once on runtime. Okay, cool. And then I think I have a to-do where it's like make generation happen on startup instead of... Maybe it's better. I don't know. We'll see. Resources has C course. I saw Java, but not C. C sharp. I mean, a lot of C sharp, a lot of Java stuff is applicable to C sharp, kind of. It's not perfect though. What does the blue pixels represent in the game? This is the first time I've seen this project. So let's start with talking about what the not blue pixels are. So when we generate a level, so this is the entirety of the level, right? But in the game, you're only ever seeing a small portion of it. So this small portion that we see is where the actual game objects are going to be spawned. And all this is just like a very small, lean data representation of this stuff. So the game will look at where we're at and what's inside this blue square, and it'll check to see if it's red, that means it's a wall. If it's black, it means it's an empty space. If it's yellow, it means it's gold coins that can be collected, and we can even add this here, and you'll see the gold coins emerge in-game. Now, blue is a special thing. If we take a look at the game, or the entity sheet, or enum we have, entity types, you'll see there's a ton of different entities there. Like we have coin pickups, health pickups, time pickups, part pickups, tiles, free, gunships, lasers, yada 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 yada, and this list can keep growing. However, I'm using very simple colors for this because it's like it's easy to select, right? I just know I have to put 255, the max value here or the minimum value here. I don't want to have to be choosing specific color shades to do stuff. So granted, this is like a very inefficient way I'm doing things, but whatever. This is fine. It's a concession I'm making for ease of use. So instead of making a dozen different colors, instead we have blue represent a special object that's different per level. So in this case, in this forest level, it's going to be these falling leaves. In another level, like an asteroid belt, it could be asteroids that are falling down or something. Or another level can be cones, and they're going to have different behaviors. So this is just a general purpose special entity marker that each level will know how to treat once they are spawned into the game. Yeah, no, you actually got it, yeah boy. You got it correct, Domundo. That is exactly what it's going to be. So, right. So going back to tiles, going back to here, I'm going to make sure the fall speed is actually slow. X amplitude is going to be 4 meters. Well, 8 meters total, so maybe that's too big. We'll do 2 instead. And then, that should be fine. I'm checking to see, though, if we're failing to mark that slot somewhere in our level generation stuff. That's the only other place I could see this being the cause of this issue. No. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, actually. Nope, that's the debug stuff. Here we go. So we get the cache, we do level from textures, we get the coordinates from the index, we get entity. Core to index. entity type equals data index. Yeah, because we only store entities within that map. And then we do entity dot create, and we don't have an entry for special. That's why. So we just gotta do that. Fine. Okay, cool. Okay, I think that was probably the issue. So let's see if this works now. Let's see if this works. Come on. Come on, Unity. Dude, we could have compiled the engine like 6 different times, or 30 times. Okay, that's like uncharitable, but still. Okay, let's just get going. I'm gonna put on the music. I like the way it sounds. Okay. Come on. Alright, this... Ooh, what is... Oh! That's a special... Do you remember the box we drew? I forgot to get rid of that box. Yeah, it's there, so... Okay. Well, that's kind of funny, but also... Oh. That's kind of bad, because I don't see the leaves here whatsoever at all. And that's no good. They should be there. And I don't see them. There's the coins I promised, though. But yeah, I don't see any of these leaves here. So I feel a little bit concerned. Let me get to the end of the level. Yeah, for a second I thought like I added another stage to the generation pipeline by accident. But I'm not crazy. I didn't do that. It's crazy because for this type of game, it's like such a... We've done so much cool technical stuff, but it's like... It's for a endless runner game. Not to knock on them, but like it's just... I don't know. Like I see this and I see the tile system, I'm like, I want to make a 2D platformer with that. That's what my brain sees. Alright, let's look at our object pools and see where things are going terribly wrong. Okay. I'm sorry, what? Oh, none of the tiles are on. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't do the special thing. There we go. Alright, and then Unity's gonna take a while to load. I saw the red underlines on the leaves code. Have you tried to diagnose the issue or double check if the code is correct? No, I just didn't use the correct function there. That's not the leaves code thing, that's not a red syntax error thing, that's an orange performance thing. Writer tries to be smart and say, oh, this is part of the code that's like a hot path. It's a performance critical thing. And it's like, nah, you're just assuming that, dude. Meanwhile, it's only like a few lines. Where can I download your games? The ones I've made before on Newgrounds. At some point, I'm gonna put this game on Google Play and on Steam and itch. That's the places I'm gonna put it. I'll make a community post here on YouTube and announce in the Discord, and it should be there. Okay, let's see this wall of leaves. Let's see what we're in for. The anticipation's killing me. Come on, come on. I should have drawn it so closer to the... Okay, we're not seeing anything here. I don't see anything. I also don't trust that Unity actually generated the file. or regenerated. So while that loads, let's double check. So we have the special case, and we generate special, sets special to special for the entity type. Beautiful, so everything is just special. Fantastic. We're all feeling very special today. So, we've gone the extra mile to make things feel special. So if they are not, then someone's dropping the ball. And we also named this as well. So the issue would seem that the upstream, we're not receiving this for some reason. That type. Let's see. Also, actually, no, let's not see. Let me re-edit the file so I don't have to travel through 6 different area codes to be able to test this out, and instead we're gonna have this be done right here. Save. Actually, no, let's make this a little bit less. Okay, save that. Actually, what am I doing? I just do this. Okay, re-import. Re-import. I believe in you, my friend. Okay. And again, I am disappointed. Again. You have failed me. So many tiles, yet no leaves. I wonder if we're Naruto with all these hidden leaves. You can make a village of them. Come on. Let me just be 100% sure that we've generated it. Because I don't trust. Are you re-imported, son? Making a Harry Potter Wizard 2D game would be amazing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a wizard thing. So we have a backlog of projects. Though I'm kind of curious to hear what your idea of that is. There's a lot of different possibilities with that. I mean, I can't do Harry Potter. I don't want to get sued, right? But we can do legally distinct Harry Potter. But I'm curious as to your vision for this 2D Harry Potter game. Okay. So what's going on here? Yep, that's for sure. Where could I be going astray here? At what level are we going astray? Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to set some assertions. Some code that says, yo, if we do not see any blues, something has gone wrong. We're actually not blues, but we don't see any special indicators and something has gone critically wrong. So we have get generate. It's going to be equal to false. If index equals passing blue, and then we're going to do assert true and has seen blue. So we're basically saying, hey, We're gonna iterate through everything. If we encounter a special entity, we're gonna set this to true. And if this value is not true by this point in the code base, I want you to kick and scream and cry and let me know. And that means that that part of the code base is not working. If it continues forward though, that means it is working and the issue is downstream from there. I'm going now. Need to stop procrastinating my blackjack game I've been making. Yeah, you get a 280 or 1080. Get a dog. Get cracking, man. We believe in you, dog. Make the blackjack game the people need. How are we gonna get the youth to gamble if we don't make the bluey blackjack game? Oh my goodness. Assertion has failed. Was false. So it is failing at this level. Interesting. So we're failing here. So something's failing this comparison. We do special as if it's 001 RGB. Yeah. Yeah. And we get the color and we check to see if it's oh, it's it was that. I made a little oopsie, y'all. A little oopsie, but it's okay. Now we can get rid of this. It should just work now. Okay, and I believe in you. Let's re-import and then see what happens. Well, I still have trouble with unit tests. Like making unit tests or passing unit tests. If you're having trouble passing unit tests, I have a very simple solution for you, my friend TST. It's called deleting them. Hey! Look at those. That's, well, they're not leaves. We have to make the visuals for that, but hey, they're there. They're not right. That leaf ain't right on so many different fronts, but hey, it exists at least. It exists. And that is something. We can work with this now. We can work with this. And we're not seeing the X oscillation I desired, so either we need to amp up our speed. I'm gonna set it back to 1, or increase our amplitude. And increase that sucker. We did overwrite X, initial X plus sign component. Oh, wait a second. No, I'm good. I'm not wrong. This should be correct. I'm not crazy. This is supposed to be going down, though, negative. So I got that one wrong. And we can make this fall speeds a little bit faster. I think we made it a little bit too safe. Excuse me, sorry about that. It's finally resolved. Well, kind of. We're gonna see how it doesn't look. It did exist, and it seems to be working actually. So that's cool. And we're starting to see the pattern we want. Amplitude is not big enough though, and also you see how they're moving uniformly together. That's lame. So we need to add an offset into our sine function so that it's different based off of the y coordinates. So what we're gonna do is, I should honestly just cache the initial x position as well, or y position, and use that as an offset. There we go. Okay, and then we use We do all this plus initial y. We may want to change the offset for y's as well, but I'm going to not do that prematurely. We're just going to... We're going to set the variables for it, but we'll tweak it based off of what we see. Wait, what? What the hell, the concept in general? What's happening in general? I'm sorry, what? I don't know what's going on. I'll look at that later. Yes, delete unit tests, yep. Who needs them? You gotta take care of your mental health, and if it means you gotta delete some unit tests, buddy, on production, you do what you gotta do. Oh my. Yeah, what is going on? Why are they all sharing the same x-axis, though? That is strange to me, because tile should already... its position should be assigned already by this point. Do this... And by this point, the object should be positioned in the world. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm not dumb. Well, it's because we have a... it is a line. These are lines. So I'm being a little goofball, dude. Let's try this. Though we should see way more of an offset, so I'm gonna do some exaggerating to really make this ultra distinct. Yeah, look at that. Take that, dude. We're gonna multiply by 32. What do you have to say about that, man? Yeah, companies hate this one weird trick for faster PR reviews. Yeah, I'm not seeing the thing, man. It's very strange. Very strange. Yeah, they're like stacked up on top of each other. Yeah. So there is an issue with that, the X component. Oh my god, what is Dude, what happened to the level? What has gone on, dude? Dude, did my level like... What is there Enderman here, dude? Did we accidentally drive into Detroit, dude? I'm seeing all these broken windows, man. Like, jeez. Are we in Gary? Is this Gary, Indiana? Sheesh, man. The neighborhood's gone down the toilet. Oh, brother. Okay, I don't know how that's happened. So many things have just gone wrong, dude. Okay, let's think about this. So maybe I need to update asteroid update. So we have to dispose the falling leaf behavior. You also need to do that on the tile as well. That's probably what's happening, why they're missing. Assign tile. Okay, cool, we're good. I'm hoping that's the fix. We'll see, dude. Yeah, it seems like yeah, exactly. Like a TNT went off there. Let's go on the mysterious one. Nice to catch your stream again. How's things been? Things are been good. Going good, man. The game's starting to get close to finish. The engine project's been actually pretty fun. Well, engine projects are always fun, but it's actually looking promising. And my brain is just going... I'm kind of exploding with different ideas for the type of game I want to make with that engine. And, yeah, dude. I'm going to take vacation in, like, a few weeks. That's the plan, at least. And I want to get this game done before vacation, so I can spend my vacation just grinding on the engine and getting ready for the next game. Yeah, I think that was the issue. It doesn't look like a TNT went off here anymore, so that's good. We still have the... Oh, there's the leaves. Yeah, that looks more like how the leaves are supposed to behave. I don't know why the ones over there are not working that way. But you know what we can do to really ensure things behave different? We can do a bunch of components. So it's like y plus, okay. Component sum, or position sum, or magnitude. It's not really, any of these are not really correct terms, but it communicates what I want to do good enough, so I'm happy with that. We got position magnitude, and then we have the coefficient, which now is not a y offset, it's just the offset, so that's fine. And then we have the game. It should just work. What are you coding? I'm making a hazard for the level right now. A hazard for this game's level. We're making falling leaves. Don't mind the fact that they're boulders. Don't worry about that. That's just don't worry about it. It's not important. Oh my goodness. This is a property of the culling. This is what happens. Not this behavior, but the fact that they keep reappearing when we go away. Yeah, the culling system like creates it's like you're a 5-year-old who doesn't have object permanence. I mean, that's really what culling is. It's things go away, but it's not just that we're not rendering the objects, it's like the actual state of the objects themselves get reset when they come back into view. So it's like there we go. See, and those dudes are working the way I expect them to. So why can't you? Why can't you? Also, I need to update the override Z with this as well, because I don't want Z fighting. It's not good for my health. Please, no Z fighting in front of the children. I do not want Z fighting in front of the children. It should just work. Famous last words, yeah. I mean, dude, it just works when it decides to work. When I get it right. So 100% of the times I get it right, it just works. We don't worry about the other times. What is going on here? Is this... Are you saying string formatting is... Oh, I could just do that? Oh, I've seen this before. I didn't know I could just do that? Oh my goodness. Oh my stars. Can you just... Stop. Leave me alone. Wow. Okay. Fascination gone. I don't know why the tiles in the very beginning are like bunching up together. We could get to the root cause of it, or, my friend, we can just design around the issue and get rid of these here now that it's working. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do something. We're gonna have this section open up into a leaf field. Except the leaves want to hurt you. That sounds delightful. Let me grab the blue. We just do a little dash of blue here and there. It's like we're a chef. Just tasteful little blues here and there. This is not what I meant by pixel art, guys. This is data entry. That's what we're doing. We have an algorithm for generating blue noise, but like, I mean, blue noise, quote unquote. It's not really, but it's kind of. And yet, we still manually do it. Okay, reload, and let's try running it. Where do you learn to code? Google, YouTube. That's where I started. And then game jams, I learned a bunch of stuff from people. I learned a lot of stuff from people I met in college. And then where I really leveled up and learned was when I got a job. That's where I actually started. That's why I went from being kind of a guy who was cosplaying a programmer to an actual programmer. And I started learning like how to do performance stuff, shaders, architecture, things like that. I think oh my goodness. Oh, did you saw that? That just kind of appeared. Oh, wait a second. Let me fix that. Let me get rid of yeah, the blue line. Yeah, let's add a little golden some golden roads in here. Why not? For the players, for the people, for the gamers. Yeah, that's kind of my journey with coding. So I think the best way to learn to code is get a job where you're underqualified and then and then digest as much from everyone around you so you can survive. That's the life hack right there. That's the life hack. Okay, save. Let's see how this looks now. Oh, brother, I need to stretch my knees, my legs, my tendons. So, here's a reminder for everyone watching. Fix your posture. Let's just all collectively fix our postures together for a second. Pretend like we're not turning into a shrimp. Let's just cosplay a person who's not a shrimp. And then we can resume our shrimp-like activities. And bonus round, hydration check. Make sure you got some water in ya. Gotta have some water. Hey, look at that. Okay, no, not look at that. There's no... Where are the leaves? My leaves are not there. How could you have done this to me? There are supposed to be leaves here, and I'm not seeing leaves. How could you have done this to me? Is something marking it as free? Is that what's happening? And it's like popping in spontaneously as well. That's weird. Strange. Incorrect even. Yeah, there's something very odd that's afoot right now. I'm not quite sure what that is. We're not having competing objects operating on the same data. The only thing I think is maybe... But no, object, it's not... The player's not marking that space is free, so that's not happening. So... Let me look at the entity creation stuff and see what information we're passing in there. But it should be very direct. I mean, we just have the object we just created. We requested it from the pool. We set the name of it. We assign it. And then with assignment, we have assigned the entity directly to here. Do this stuff. Asteroid texture. This is asteroid specific visual stuff, but none of that affects gameplay. Yeah. I am perplexed. But cozy, I'm shrimping. What engine and language are you using? I'm using C# and Unity. One day I'll be free. Alas, I am not, though. We're still stuck in the Unity lands. Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna get some, we're gonna do something actually real quick. I wanna see if I can do something before we do a little water break and bathroom break. I wanna see something, because we have, so we have this, let me open up Sea Lion. So we have our overlay here that we use for the stream stuff, and it's like a variant of like the cozy engine I did a long time ago. We're not closing the stream right now. I want to make an iteration of this for the ASCII engine, and I'm thinking how hard it would be to do it right here, right now. Like, it's just a couple pictures, right? Like, like how hard would it be to actually make that happen? You just have a camera that's oscillating back and forth. We have a couple images. We're not gonna have the day and night cycle, but that's like whatever. Who cares? We can live without that. I don't know, man. I'm wondering. I'm thinking. Let me do something. We have the code here. I can fix this. Let's just first get this working real quick. Bring back to UV. Build. I'm sorry, what? Who? Oh, because I was trying to clamp. I started implementing clamping and I didn't finish it. There we go. So if we do, we have this going, right? Cool. Let's do something. Let's do something. We're gonna get a little crazy here. We're gonna go a little nuts. But I'm just curious. I'm just curious how this is gonna look. Probably not great, but you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna go into which one are you? Oh my goodness, which stream world? I'm guessing yes, data, yes, textures. Oh yeah, we have the sprite set here as like discrete images. That's before we actually made a text rendering or the tile offset stuff. Okay, we have this, daytime. We have a loading circle. I need to implement a transform system for our engine. Because we're just using positions instead of using an actual transformation matrix. And I should just do it. We should just do a transformation matrix. So we can have arbitrary orientation for all the objects in the game, and then that's going to be even cooler to see. I'm sorry, what? Oh, you're saved as... Yeah, okay. Export as... We're going to save as BMP, because that's the only thing this game takes in. Cozy. Here are going to be bitmap images, and either this works or it doesn't. Agree. Perfect. So if we go into our here, we're going to have cozy1.bmp 2 3. Okay, perfect. Next, the easiest part is going to be going to our textures, and we can just register this. And then let's go back to main, and we could just drop these objects in the world, and I think we might be just gravy, man. Probably not, actually, but again, remember the mantra. Where is it? Where are you? Maybe color, light reference, object reference. Okay, there we go. I should make a function just for doing all this in one step. Oh, whatever. Actually, let's start with this. And you're going to be... One and two. No! So close. Quite simple, actually. Let's make this like 32 by... at least 32 by 32. We're gonna be squishing this image down to like... Okay, we'll be a little bit more giving. 128 by 128. We don't have depth sorting whatsoever, so this is not gonna actually look the way I want it to. I'm sorry, what? Why are you mad at me? Oh. Well, that's not the issue. This is the issue. Oh, what's going on with scale? There we go. Okay. Well, the cabin's being blocked, I think, by the... Oh, is it? Is it? Where's the cabin? I don't see the cabin. One second, I can smell it. I can feel it in my bones. Is that the cabin? It looks like the cabin. It's being blocked by her though, and you can see the issue we talked about like the zoom and everything. But hey, dude, it's there. It's happening. One second, let me just get rid of the There's the cabin. Okay, let's make it actually smaller now that I can fit in the screen. It's not gonna be beautiful, but it's okay. The cabin's seen better days. Yeah, we need to implement the back face rendering, or not back face rendering. What am I talking about? Having rays propagate through transparent pixels to the background. Right now it's hitting this and it's treating the whole thing as opaque. It's not ignoring transparent pixels, so that's why we can't have stacks of objects behind each other right now. I need to think about that, but I have some ideas in mind. We'll do that after we do the lighting stuff. Engine, yeah, usually Unity and C#. This is my own engine, right? Game engine, but this is still very in its infancy. But it's coming together, man. It's coming together. I think it's pretty neat, but yeah, we gotta get some stuff done there. All right, we'll go to the actual one I have here. Where's game? No, that's entities.c++. I need to go to game.cpp. Here we go. Yeah, let me put this message instead. Everyone, unshrimp yourself, fix your posture, get some water real quick. I'm about to do the same thing. Brother. Yeah, there we go. Do I really want to do the terminal-based thing? I don't know. It wouldn't be that crazy to coerce my current structure into this. I like its structure more than this engine currently, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm re-shrimping for that. Nope. Unshrimp yourself, brother. Unshrimp. All right. Be right back, guys. Be right back. Let me put on some waiting music too. That hopefully doesn't get me copyright strucketh. Let's see here. Let me find something of taste for the people. What do we have here? You guys want to hear some Polish music? Some Polish bangers? Nah. What do we got? What do we got? I need something. I'm not finding what I want. Okay, we'll just use, we'll use this. Alright, gonna loop it. Perfect. Alright, be right back. 1 sec, y'all. Get some water, hydrate. We are back. I returned with water. I returned feeling a little lighter, physically. I returned with snacks. We can get back to some deving. What's a song? It's a song by my boy R. Theo, a fantastic music producer using Furnace and a bunch of other stuff. I'll link it right now. Here you go. Really, really freaking good music. I have a CD with a bunch of tracks from him burned. Hi, he is AFK. I'll press F5 to kick. I'm not sure what F5 does, but yeah. What's going on, Illusion Hawk? Good to see you again. The skill is called Overheato. I'm glad you like it, Big Lizzie. I mean, I didn't produce it, but this dude cooks. Oh. It's stale. Ow. Oh well, get some more. Alright, dude. Okay. Listen to some bangers. I'll play some more good tunes from this dude later. But yeah, check him out. R. Theo. Fantastic music. Hopefully you guys had a nice little break from shrimping. Hopefully you guys have hydrated. And now we, I don't know what we're doing. We're not doing engine stuff today. We're doing, something. Where is, okay. I feel a little confused. What workspace do I have, Unity and stuff open on? That's that one. This is the one, okay. Yeah, I have so many processes going on here. I'm trying to remember. Okay, we have a bunch of these going on. Let's run through it. See if I find the bug we're dealing with. And we're gonna nod our heads and say, yes, indubitably, I know what's causing this. And we don't, but we will figure it out. Hopefully. So just get to... You know how people have that, like, brain rot Subway Surfers things playing in the background of videos or something? Once this game gets done, maybe I should just do that. But instead of Subway Surfers, it's just my game. Just being played in the background. For maximum brain rottery. Yeah, like, look at that. That's weird. They're appearing in the wrong spots. Let's take a look at our object pool. Tile containers. So there's a few leaves that exist right now. But they're simply not where they're supposed to be. Yeah, they're there. Where's the player? Oh, the player. No, that's not the player. Where is the player? Where'd they go? Where art thou? Okay. So these things are appearing just behind the player. That's a clue. We can work with that. Having healthy, active neurons is a privilege these days. Nah, man, it's easy, dude. Just water them. Put some fertilizer on them. Maybe chew on some grass. I don't know. Breathe some air. Comment out unit tests that are failing. So many ways to improve your mind. Pardon me, I've got to crunch a little bit. Let's go on Dev Voyage. So, clearly there's something about how I'm calculating the oscillations that's just incorrect. Oh, wait a second. We're not disposing of the falling leaves behavior either. Yeah. Oh, we should also... Ooh. I'm forgetting a bunch of steps with this, actually. Yeah, that's a whole thing. Yeah, I'm just using Unity right now. So what do we have here? What ails me, brother? What is ailing me? We have transform position. We're using initial X plus a sine component. When it's on screen, it looks correct. And the error we're seeing would be the product of incorrect X component values. So that's not it. We're not seeing anything drastically incorrect with the Y either, so I'm not too concerned there. So... what is a gamer girl to do? What is a gamer? Where could this be going wrong? I can see it going wrong if there's duplicate subscriptions to the behavior. That might be what's happening. I should really, because since we have this edge case to deal with, return to poll should be covering that. Unsub. Or just stop all behavior. Stop behaving. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. We just stop. I'll put them in pairs like this. Is that that's my function. That's not okay, cool. I was like concerned for a second that Unity has a function that is like that. So now when we go to here, we're not doing this. Instead, we're gonna just do be ultra safe. Assign asteroid. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, that's within the entity creation. Yeah, entity creation stuff. Yeah. Assign tile. Yup. Assign falling leaf. Yup. But that wouldn't explain. Even if we had two behaviors doubling up, then you still would not have that X offset. It's all relative to the initial value, so I still find it hard to believe that that's the culprit here of the Y offset. What's going on, Kamerka? Don't know what to add. My diploma paper will probably be the shortest paper this year. What do you mean shortest paper? Oh, like paper as like for like an assignment or something? Are you hacking something? These potato chips with his teeth, with every crunch a stale munch. That is poetry TSD. Brings a tear to my eye. Brings a tear to my eye. Man, I'm not gonna lie, the stale chips is very much leaving. It's leaving much to be desired right now. Ah, dang it. Did I just get a box of cereal? Did I just get a box of Reese Puffs? And just nom? Is that what we do? Okay, you know what? This is using time for this. Maybe what I need to do. Maybe what I need is like some kind of the time dilation is not going to work correctly there. What is this function? What am I doing? Doing some offset plus time. What am I doing, dude? Offset plus time. Maybe we should reorganize this so it's like there's two terms and these should be together. Again, it should not matter because we're oscillating over a fixed amplitude, so it's like the amount of changes, the variation within the internal components of the sine function are not going to make this all of a sudden go even further on the x and y, x amplitude and whatnot. That's just not what's going to happen. So the only thing I think of is maybe initial x being the issue and that it's not being assigned where and when I think it is. Like this should be assigned once on object position. No, it's not. Oh, because we placed the object on the board after the fact. Oh, brother. Okay, so this clarifies things for me. So my assumption was that the object was gonna be in the correct position by the time we do assign. That's not the case. It's not the case. So I would actually have to like forcibly place the object first and here leaf, and then this will work, and then we can just return leaf. Oh my goodness, there we go. We found it. We found him. We found the culprit. I kinda wanna get a Krispy Kreme donut, dude. I already had 2 today though, so we need to not do that. If you want to learn something, do you look more books or internet? For example, new programming languages. Yeah, I just go for internet first. I do both. Like I start with the internet just because that's the most immediate thing. You physically can't get the book faster than you can pull it up on your phone or your laptop. So all initial perusal happens there. And then like I would get a book at some point during that time just to learn a bit more about things in a more formal structure, syllabus kind of thing. When I learn online, usually I am just going to try to truck towards a goal, and I'm going to learn all the things I need to achieve that goal. So there's going to be some things I'm just going to neglect, but a book is going to forcibly cover aspects that I will miss, and it's a great learning venture, and I did not see the thing. I've been betrayed. Place object on board. I placed the object on board. This should be happening here now. This cast position should be correct. Why are they lying to me? Don't think it generated. Do you think the coding for GTA 6 will be insane? I mean, the coding for any AAA game is insane because it's like once you build a crap ton of code like that, well, it's what it is. It's a crap ton of code. Not necessarily the best code or bad code. It's just the more code you have, the more of a liability it becomes just because there's so much to know. Like, why do you think programmers enjoy... Like, in my opinion, like, my experience, most programmers have so much more joy starting new projects. But once you get to the tail end of the project and there's, like, significant architecture and structure and a lot of code that exists weighing on that architecture, the more you just start going, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to... Our leaves are working, guys. Yay. It's finally working. One simple incorrect assumption. I think we need a little bit more leaves, don't you think, guys? I think we can deal with a little bit more leaves. It's not enough leaves. I don't want the player to be able to breathe without seeing leaves. And I'm going to put a high density of objects in the center so they can't just go straight. They have to actually do something, dog. You have to go somewhere. But yeah, that's like why I'm kind of crazy to just finish this up so I can start working on the next project. Not necessarily because the code waits. This is a code base I made by myself, so like I'm privy to way more of it and everything, and There's a lot of utilities and affordances I've added to myself, but yeah. Okay, let's see here. Let's recompile. What's going on, Jack? How are we doing this fine evening? Did you say amazing zero? Is that the word you said? Alright, let me just mute this tab so people aren't checking their discords. Nope, come on. What's going on, Jocelyn? Jocelyn, it's good to see you again. Hello. Or I said hola. Hola, Jocelyn. YouTube's doing this auto-translate thing, and sometimes I miss it. It's a very strange thing. Also, YouTube has an auto-dub feature, which is kind of very uncanny, because it's kind of scarily, oddly good, and I don't like it. Okay. Oh. Ow. So let's make these boulders look like leaves. And we gotta do something about that. I got a fever? That sucks. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're hydrating well, resting well, and relaxing, letting your body recuperate. I know taking zinc helps colds go away faster, apparently. Alright, let's make these look like leaves now. I want to make them animated, but I also feel like it's going to be too... I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to make the leaves smaller. I don't know. Are we going to do a 32 by 32 bit or pixel animation? I think we'll do like pink as well. Maybe a hot pink. And we'll do a leaf. We'll do like a semicircle animation of a leaf rocking back and forth, and then I'm gonna worry about how we're gonna make this actually look coherent later. So this is gonna be locked. You're gonna be a semi-opacity. You're gonna be at new layer. I'm gonna try to do a quick and dirty animation, and then we should be good to go. And then I need to implement, test the other bugs from... I've done some really nice leaf animations. I should probably just yoink it. Hide in the cave, some extra item. Extra health or something collectible. We'll see. What's going on, Yella? Hopefully you're doing well today. Hola, Yella. Yeah, see, it popped up as hello for me, but you said hola. Why do people never notice that I always say I'm amazing, not amazing? Weird voice, yeah. I don't know, I think like I see that and it's like, alright, that's just a typo. Like you just fat fingered it. That's my like initial assumption. Okay, let's try to make this quick. Dirty. I need to think about like the keyframes, but yeah, actually, let's think about the keyframes. So I want to have the back of the leaf appear more. Maybe honestly have this side reveal the back of the leaf. Do I like that? No, I don't. I need to pull up I have an animation somewhere of a nice leaf. I did it for another game a long time ago. But I don't have it with me. I have to also make it look very distinct that this is actually a hazard that you shouldn't touch. There's also like all this space here that is like, if you look at the size of the boulders, those are huge. Is there a way I can, I mean, I know there's a way, but I need to do a thing to like, yeah, we have the collider. So maybe I can change the size of the collider so it's less, not as big. I can resize it. I just need to make sure to resize it to restore it to its default scale as well. Where's go? No. Well, isn't that odd? Why are you being weird about this? And saying there's no... Oh, because you... Yeah, okay, cool. There we go. And then... What do we do here to the scale? Right. So we can change this to be like a restore function, and then we're modifying the local scale. I mean, we could just do this instead of modifying the collider directly, so we can... Yeah, so when it gets returned to the pool, it just, or actually, no, maybe I should just do that on... This is something that's very different than what this is supposed to do. Returning to pool would work. So maybe I could just do this here. The issue I'm going to see is that we can't have a high density of leaves if we reduce the... I don't know, maybe it'll be fine actually. maybe just instead of changing the boulders, make a reason for the boulders to be there, like a mountain area. No, I'm doing leaves. Boulders, those boulders are actually from another level. They're asteroids. So, I want to make sure the hazards are very distinct from each level. So either it's going to be the leaves, and I'm going to test it out and see how it looks right now. But if it's not the leaves, then I'm going to do something else that's more in theme with this level. Yeah, because if it's going to be the boulders, then I would have just used the code for that. And I guess it's a different code either way, though, but I don't know, I just want to have something distinct and be consistent with that. The issue with these with this arc circle thing is that yeah. Well, if we have this arc circle, because we're not going to surpass this half, so I can actually move this up to the center of the image once we're done here. And this actually might work fine. Like this. That might be work. That might be what we do, actually. Let's get the silhouettes going. And we can start filling things out from there. I should really add a stem to this leaf to make it very clear what it is. And we need to add a bold outline, because that's how I like to differentiate between the interactable and things that are not interactable. Yeah. Not a bad idea, though, Jack. I kind of like that, because, like, Zelda NES has those boulders that fall down the mountain, so, like, maybe another hazard could be there's a mountain in the background that's, like, slanted and stuff, and then you can have the boulders falling down. And that'd be a cool way to... That would be, like how I would go about incorporating your idea. Or maybe like a waterfall or something. That'd be a cool idea for a stage or something. Oh no, I need a little bit more. I should actually make a limit for how many different levels I'm going to be designing. I haven't really defined that yet, and that's kind of problematic, to tell you the truth. So here is where it's picking up speed, so I actually want to have this more further up here. Yeah. And let me get rid of these arcs. I don't need them anymore now. This middle one looks odd. Okay, we can add some smoothing as things progress. Oh, I didn't even move this up to the appropriate. Because it's locked, that's why. Yeah, let's move that up real quick. Yeah, I said there was a potential we might be doing some pixel art today. Hopefully this should be pretty quick, though. Just Prismo, what keyboard are you using? Great stream, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, here's the keyboard I use. I use an Ergodox, typically. Hey, wait, you added GTA 6 to the commands? That's hilarious. Hidden deep within the Bermuda trapezoid lies the last copy of GTA 6 ever shipped. Only the strongest pirate crew may lay claim, but the first, you gotta find it. The One Piece. The One Piece is real! Can I get much higher? So high. Oh, man. Can't believe GTA 6 is the One Piece. And we're gonna have a little frame where it like inches up just a little bit more. Just a tiny smidgen. Of course, just Prismos, or Justin Prismo. I have to start thinking about how we're gonna shade this leaf. Right now we're just dealing with the silhouette. And I think we're gonna have this be the stem. And if this is the stem, then like we need to shape this correctly. Okay, we need to do the motion there too. And as for the shading, let's... Okay, actually, no, we haven't finished the animation yet. Let's actually finish it first. Them bad boys down. Okay, here we go. And he gets ready for the alley-oop. You know, have you ever played Ape Escape? No, yeah, Ape Escape. They have like a little stage that's based around China. And they have very simple hazards. Like they have bowls of ramen that can hurt you. Or birds. They don't care about the immersion. They're cool with the wacky, dude. I'm sorry, I think maybe I should have just done like a shuriken or a kunai or something. Maybe I should have just done something goofier and more obvious. Like saw blades or something. Like Super Meat Boy. Oh well. Lesson not learned, I guess. If I get rid of this. Okay. Kind of looks like a leaf. Rocking back and forth. Let's try to make it more clear that that's what it is. Okay. Now that we have this going on, let's start outlining, making some details. Control-Shift-O, outline, black, doing this option. Okay, to start, let's think about how we're going to detail the leaves. Something simple like that, I guess, will work. Almost looks like a feather. I can see how someone might take it for a feather. Make it darker and a little bit more richer in color. Maybe just put this in game as is first and then see where it goes from there. You do overlay. Okay, cool. Yeah, the stem's like gone right here. In fact, actually, let me look at something real quick. Let's look at references. Sakura petals. No, that's probably not what I want. Maybe. They're more rounded, though. Ours are not like that. And you know what? I think I designed this wrong, dude. Or actually, maybe not. Because even those petals are more rounded from like face on, but from the side it becomes more ovular. So I can maybe use that to our advantage here and spin this into something different. If I can find a side profile one, which I have, yeah, we can make this happen, I think. I think we could totally make this happen. Beautiful. Okay, we got this, I think. If not, we shall die trying. Or I guess maybe not that dramatic. Yeah, the stem is actually going to be... So it gets brighter as it goes outward. And it actually gets a little bit richer and darker. And more red as you approach the stem. I guess from what I'm seeing here. And then I want to communicate that this is like folded in on itself. So we're seeing like a side profile. So how do you do that? I can start by aligning the edges. Like so. And then making this seem like the underside. Yeah. This is something. Okay, are we creating the illusion we're trying to create here? That is the question. Gosh, this is gonna be so detailed, man. This is gonna be so bad. We're gonna have to animate, what, 9 frames of this? I guess it's not the end of the world, but also... Jeez, man. Why have we done this to ourselves? So we're gonna have like one frame that's like ultra detailed, and then the other frames are like, close enough. And knowing my perfectionism, I'm gonna end up going crazy trying to communicate this correctly. Darn you, Dinkelberg. Why did you make me want to be a game developer? How could you have done this to me? Good night, folks. Yeah, we're going Senkai. How's everything today? Things are going good right now, man. Also, Illusion Hawk, ouch, 350 for that keyboard with glow shine. Yeah, I use the cheapo version. I'm not using the glow shine stuff. The game's coming together, Senkai. We got leaves like functionally in the game, and now I'm actually making the visuals for the leaves. Because I can't just have boulders floating down. Now can we? No, we cannot. So now we're animating our little sakura leaf. And I'm hoping we can get this real quick-ish. So I can start, just get this in game and have a fully implemented feature for the night. Now, you know, I talk about how I have to be really optimistic to do games, or just do like complex stuff in general. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to be like, yeah, it's gonna be easy to make this feature, dude. It's gonna be super easy. It's in and out. Just done feature, dude. Cut to you when you actually have to do it, and it's like, oh, this isn't in and out, is it? This is very much not in and out. This is, you come in and you stay for a while. You get to know the family. You meet the uncle. You stay for barbecue. That's not in and out. That's... You sit and stay. That's what it is. Yeah, but it's progressing now. I'm quite happy. I should probably save. So let's do that before I forget. It never is easy unless you count bugs, in which case is features every 2-3 lines. Yep. We don't do it because it's easy. We do it because we thought it was going to be easy. That's the state of development. I mean, it's alright though. I enjoy this. It's just that it's good that I actually enjoy doing the art and doing coding and everything. If all you cared about was the goal, the final result, then like this would be excruciating for you. Yeah, good thing we don't. Close enough. Close enough. Come on, see, you're close enough. Oh, so close to getting close enough. Yeah, it's looking good though. It's actually looking good. This is not looking terrible. That was my main concern, is that this was going to be a terrible waste of time. And we're going to have to scratch it and do something else. But no, this actually looks worth the struggle. And worth the effort to implement. So I'm happy with that, actually. And add some anti-aliasing while we're at it. Why not? I want to do a skosh of anti-aliasing. It's never done anyone wrong. Yeah, look at that. Look how soft this leaf now looks. Or this petal or whatever. we start having the underside start peeking up, start rearing its head a little bit. There we go. There we go. She's coming together very nicely. Okay. Last frame. And it's kind of it's not a smear frame, but it's this frame where a lot of things happen. A lot of pixels change abruptly, so we can actually afford to be not the cleanest with it. Cool. Let me apply some AA here too. Just smooth things out a little bit. Can never go wrong with just a little bit of smoothing. I'm sorry, is this on the... Oh, we ran out of space. We're on the edge here. So we gotta move this in a little bit. Yeah, whoopsie doodle. Kinda forgot about that, didn't I? Yeah. Kinda forgot about the fact that images have corners. That's alright. It's a quick remedy. We're back on the board. Cool. What's going on, Hindus? This is the part where I did not follow. What are you drawing here? Are you changing the view, like rotating the pigment as you go? No, I'm not rotating the pigment. I'm just changing what part's illuminated. So as the leaf moves back and forth, certain parts are being illuminated and some parts are not. That's like the top of the leaf and it's rotating a little bit off to the side. So it goes from like here to like here. So the top face goes to the side and you see more of the, you see less of the top and more of the under the leaf, the bottom part of the leaf peeking through. Or at least that's the intention. I'll figure it out. Yeah, these are different positions of animations, yeah. There's an animation that's going on. Okay, let's create a sprite sheet from this. Sprite sheet. Nope, that's inefficient. So let's actually pack it a little bit better. By rows. Yeah, 3x3 should fit. Yep, perfect. Okay, cool. So we now have our leaf animation. And now it's a matter of throwing it into the game. I have a dozen different ways. Well, not a dozen. There's like, I have a sprite animation system. I don't want to use that for something as simple as this. I don't want to make a sprite binder and play it. I can make a material. I have an animation material and I can just manually cycle this, but I kind of don't want to do that either. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad you dig it. The big goal is just making a cozy environment where I can work and you guys can enjoy. So if we achieve that, we're big winning. Big winning. Okay. So brother, am I gonna really make a spray animator for this? I think I am. You know what? No, I'm gonna make a shader and just like manually increment it. In fact, we have the capacity for that right now, actually. So let me set this and place this where it needs to be in the project, and then we will be good to go. If I can find Unity. There we go. Where are you? You are somewhere. Levels. Nope. That's the test levels. I have to get rid of them. I need to clean this up for the builds. Player, modules, scenes, gameplay. There we go. Levels. Mochi. Refresh. Sprite size. I think that's gonna be 128 if I'm not mistaken. 128, apply it. Fantastic. We have that going. Let me check my math. This is, we're not editing this tree anymore. We can close this. No, you can close this as well. We're done with the hills. Alright, you're 96 by 96. We'll just do 128, it's fine. So, what are we doing? We have this. I put it in resources. No, there's a touchstone thing. Okay, we'll do this. I'm going to create a material and not put that in resources. So let me create a folder and create a material. You're going to be using our animated. You're going to have this apply to you. Cell count is going to be 3 by 3. Sprite is going to be 128 by 128. Render queue. Doesn't matter. Use board size, no. Phase shift, nope. Alpha, nope. Alpha test distance. Are we gonna do lighting on this? I don't know. I guess I could. We can try it out and see how it looks. No normal map, we're not doing that. Cool, I think that's like all there is. So that's the case, and I can chuck this into material. I can go into our code. And I think we created resource M falling leaf. Perfect, that's material. And you have the falling leaf material, perfect. Okay, cool. We load the material, and then from there we can we're not doing the tile material. Instead, what we're doing, leaf material. That's going to be 3, 3. Set frame count is going to be 9. Set current index is going to be, I don't know. Maybe that's fine. Or we can just start at 0 for now and then go from there. We're not using the destroy field. Okay, cool. This works for me. What are we going to do? We're going to do... Okay. So it's expecting an integer. And that's fine. We can give you an integer by casting a float into the int. We can do current index plus equals time dot delta time. Let's do like, I don't know, 3 for right now. Okay, cool. So we set that stuff. We're good to go. And you know what? We might want to make a unique instance of a material for this, for these leaves. Instead of, you might want to do this. Huh? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Actually, no, we keep this. This is static. Then we have to have an instance for the leaf material. Material properties. Yeah, asteroid. Here we go. So we do that null check, but then we do another one for the instance. And in this case, we create a new material instance. Beautiful. We set the instance of that, and then we can do duration equals what was I using? I have a function here that I'm using for random selection, aren't I? Yeah, random selection. That's literally what it's called. Okay, cool. Zero and 9. Perfect. Set current animation index to that. Course cast to a float or to an int. And then down below, when we do this increment, we must also make sure we do the modulo. which I think we could just do. Could we just modulo equal? Yeah, we can. I think it's the first time I've ever done that. I like that. Okay, we're good. Alright, beautiful. I think that should be everything required to make this animation stuff happen. I think the last thing I'd want to do... No, I think that's... Let's just send it and see what happens. What's worst that can happen? We get a compile error? Yeah, it's Ergodox. ASX. Thank you, Senkai. Appreciate you hitting that command. Alright, let's see here. The game is compiling. Don't be a shrimp, guys. Move your spine. Do different positions. Okay. So let's see how things look. Let's get to the leaf stage real quick, or at least leaf part of the stage, and then I should have moved it much sooner, but that's alright. Yeah, I need to test to see how this looks. Oh, argument out of range, exception, or something's gone wrong. Value cannot be null. Binding. Binding. Did we fail to load? Oh, did I not move? I didn't move the shader into... I moved it into the wrong place. It's supposed to be in resources. That's why things have gone wrong. Okay, let's try it again. Cozy shrimp counter, yep. It's not shrimp, guys. Be the anti-shrimp. I always think about that, what was it called? Smiling Friends? That dude in Shrimpina. Yeah, I haven't watched much of the show, but that sticks out to me. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Beautiful. We have a bunch of white boxes. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Alright, Mr. White Boxes, why are we the way that we are? What? Are you kidding me? This doesn't have the thing assigned to it? Dude, what? Ah, come on. Alright. I thought I saved you. But I guess I didn't, so we have to do this again. This should be the one, though. This should be the one. The number one, dude. I believe in the heart of the cards. Okay, come on. Okay. Dude, this is like the low-end vehicle, and it's still like... This map feels kind of gnarly already with it. Imagine with the ultra... In fact, we're going to try this again. I'm going to change the vehicle out, and we're going to try using the ultra high-end spec vehicle. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Tearing me apart. How is this? And it's back to... What? How? How is it being set? What are you doing? Are we modifying the 1 second. We load the material from resources. We create a new instance of that material so we don't modify the original. We set the renderer to the wrong thing. That's what's happening. Okay, this time for realsies now. Cozy was speedrunning his own game. This looks pretty good. I thought you said you're almost finished. Well, the game in general or this level? Yeah, I said the game was gonna be finished in 3 weeks and 2 months of work time, not real life time. Later, we're that's like got blown out of. That's alright. That's done. It's been months now. It's been a rough, dog. But I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, man, and I really want to aim to get this game done before I go on vacation so I can just chill and be free. And then... Oh. Why? Oh, did it not compile? Is that why it was using the old code? Oh my goodness. Which means it's modifying the original one and I have to do this whole... Oh, Unity, you piece of crap. You hurt me sometimes. Oh wait, that didn't get modified though. That wasn't modified. So why are you doing these things? Why are we behaving this way? To play test this video game when it's ready. Yeah, I'm gonna be hitting you guys up soon. I want to finish the so I need to figure out something because I can make a web build and you guys can test out at least the keyboard stuff, but if you guys have Android, there's a way for me to give you a link to actually install the APK and test it on your phone. But the phone stuff is a little bit more jank right now because the inputs actually, I'm testing out some different inputs methods, and right now I actually have half the screen like this. If you click here, it presses gas, and then based off a playtest with my coworker, she was saying that it's easier to just deal with the like the joystick should just go up and down, which I totally see the argument for. So, desktop people are gonna have the whole WASD stuff, but mobile people are gonna have just a gas button and an up and down steering thing. There's no hope of reversing for you. The reverse button is gone, which is why I need to revisit collision, because collision is you're gonna be running across collision issues much more on mobile. Because of that. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why? Why? Why are you empty? Why are you not set? You're copying this. M falling leaf, what is your problem? Are you copying some other one? Like, what is happening? It's not modifying the original now. And it has the correct shader. Like, it's like something's going on. Are we assigning a texture to it? Behavior. Update material properties. Yeah, that's only if it's a tile, but yeah, we ignore that. We don't do anything here. I almost feel like Aku when he tries to stab Samurai Jack and it doesn't work, and he's like, how? How? Alright, let's look at this. So we get this, get the render, get the static, reload the static material, we create a material instance, we set the render material to that material instance, let's transform stuff. Ah! Line 136, we assign an empty texture. That'll do it. No, we're not assigning any textures. Okay. For the 5th time in a row, this should be the one. This should be it. Well, adding more is always good, I guess. Even if when you finish anything, it's good to add more. Well, it's less about adding more and more about like refining and making it fun. I think we went in a very wrong direction when I first implemented this. And I had to scrap a lot to make the game look better, play better, and because of that, that took a lot more time. It made the game take way longer than it should have. Which is why I should probably playtest much more frequently and early. It's very easy to get lost in like, hey, this is interesting and cool to me. But if you're trying to, you know, make something for other people to enjoy, it's like, ah, okay. Hey! They're not animated. They're not animated. They're not animated. Well, that's great. That's great. That I just feel swell. Gosh, that... I feel fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. Static leaves. I didn't want to animate that. I don't want animated leaves at all. I want them to be static. Oh, brother. Okay, so what's going on here? We choose a random initial one. We do cell counts, X and Y, that's correct. We set the frame counts to 9, that's correct. We set the current index, that's correct. Cool. And then we go down to update. So is the animation speed too fast? And it's a whole integer thing. That's probably why it's a whole integer. So it's like each update, it's just going back to like complete. Is that right? Because we're doing modulo of 9. It's supposed to be indexed. So no, it should be like, I don't know. And even then, it's supposed to be relative to, yeah, set current index. And you know what I should probably do instead of a direct int cast, because int casting doesn't round floats the way you'd expect them to. We'll do math f round to int and doing a plus equal, right? Is that what we're doing? Times 10 at delta time. Oh, we're doing delta time, so we should actually probably do this in like percents. I'm not sure if I'm going too slow or too fast. It might be too slow, actually. Maybe that's what's happening. So per second, I want to do like maybe 9. Okay. You do happen to have an Android tablet that I can touch bigger touchscreens on? Oh, that's a good idea too. Tap the screen, yep. You're talking about when I tap this? Yeah. That's how you know it's real glass. As opposed to your run-of-the-mill CRTs that have plastic. Am I right? Everyone hates the plastic CRT screens. Actually, let's just try this real quick. We're gonna do the crazy machine thing. I should also probably. Yep, got bugs to fix there. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That is terrifying. That's actually kind of terrifying. That's... Okay, I should probably use like more normal angles for... I thought it was gonna be cool doing geometric stuff, but no, I think... Yeah, no, we got... If you use this vehicle, you gotta use time stop to be able to like make it manageable. Oh my goodness, you saw that? Wait. Wait. Oh, it's because it's multiplying. It's not the animation, it's okay. Alright. I feel angry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. All the behavior except for the one we actually want. And none of them are animated. So what is happening? Why is this happening? I wonder, is it using a different set of oh, that's a terrifying thought. Is this using a different set of... Don't do this to me. Why isn't it like... Why is it using transparency? What are you talking about? Excel count, pixel width. Okay. Let's go back to tile. Set current index. Let's look at this. Yup. It's using different properties. They're named differently. That's stupid. That's actually stupid. I refuse. Like, we should not have... I should not have, like, these two distinct naming conventions for things that are 99% the same. That's stupid. Current index, current cell count. Yeah, and then all this has to be modified as well. I still haven't made up my mind on like a naming convention for uniforms and shaders. I haven't done that. I really need to at this point, because it's becoming more of a liability to not do that. Hello there, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Darko? Yeah, what's going on, man? The three-peat, 3 streams, man, at least. And you know, to test it, if it is a CRT, you gotta activate. Yeah, exactly. It's not a CRT without green mode. Without green mode is not a CRT. Where's the current index? Or is it just gonna animate itself? I have so many questions here, dude. Oh, I don't even have to animate it? It has its own animator built into it? What was I on when I made this? This whole shader. Okay. Animation timers? Timer is speed? What? Wait a second. What did I do? Why did I do... Okay, index is time, that wide. Speed frame. Okay, so I already had a whole idea for like having... Wait, so is there a time, like... Is there a property for this? There isn't. So why did I... Why did I do this? Why did I do this? There's a whole speed and time... Well, that's Unity time. Actually, is it? I think Unity has its own time. Yeah, underscore time. Yeah, so it's just... And then speed divided by frame count. I am so mad because we implemented a whole little thing in the tile class when we could have just used this functionality. This is so stupid. This is so dumb, dude. I'm probably breaking something that I don't realize. And that's gonna be its own fun little game. Speed. Are you even using this? We calculate index. Yeah, we are using it. Okay, so that's 100% what the whole point of this thing was. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm so done. I didn't even have to do that refactor. I could have just left it like that because oh my goodness. So done, dude. I am so done. This whole thing was done. Let me see if I broke stuff with this refactor. What are you building? I'll show you right now. Changing to personal PC will be back. All good, dude. At least the player's animations work fine. Okay, we go down. Hey! It's like kind of animated. It needs to be faster, but... Yay! I mean, it is animated. Okay. Let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm good with that. Alright, let's put some up front too while we're at it. So I don't have to go through the whole game to test it. I could just do that. Probably should have done that from the very beginning, but it's okay. Finally, we got the W. But yeah, there you go, apple peel. That's what we're implementing. We're implementing leaves falling down to hurt the player. And now I need to add offsets to them. They're still too slow. What is going on here? I see like 40 or something. And then I'm gonna add something to the shader as well. Cool. And then we just do all this plus index offset. And then we can go to tile. We can create a new cached. Pretty sure that's what I called it, right? Index offset, yep. Correctamundo. I can go here. Falling leaf, there we go. Nope, set float. Very nice. And then we don't have to do anything here because it's like we can just honestly remove all this junk. Don't need that anymore. Go here. Get rid of this. We're not doing this whole incremental whatever. We're not responsible for that anymore. The shader's taking care of that. Dobby's free. I'm free. Life is good. You can re-import. Run. Let's see. If Unity decides to compile, see, this is why we're gonna escape. We're gonna escape one way or another to my own engine, and it's gonna be great, and life is gonna be happy. And I'm never gonna have to come back to Unity except for like maybe other games I've done in the past. But you know what? It's fine. I'll remake Messy Mansion from the ground up in my own engine. No, I don't think I want to do that. Actually, I don't think I want to do that. Oh? What? Wait. They're not visible? They're not rendering? What? Animation speed. What's going on here? S leaf, F, left, material. Should have all these properties set in them already. We do set this one individual property. I'm not. We are bringing in a material that's been pre-made. I don't need to programmatically set it. Why are you gonna make me do that? Don't you dare make me do that. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more and more unhinged. Yeah, it should. You should have everything, dude. You should be good, man. We don't assign your material to anyone else. Index set integer. Like, all this stuff is not applicable. So we should be good. We're just sending the instance. Let's see. Okay, I need to bend my back a little bit. I'm trying to be better about my posture. Oh, you got me. You got me. You got me. What's going on here? What? And yet we see nothing. I see nothing. Why do I see nothing? You have the hallmarks of a normal material. You have a random index offset. That shouldn't be terrible. Is index offset something different than what I'm thinking of? Oh, it's supposed to have to divide by frame count. See, I'm a little tired, that's why. Because it has to be relative to that. Okay. Okay. Reload. Yeah, not quite my tempo. Why are we wrong? Why do you fool me? It's not a backface thing. Material instance. 128.3xy. If the issue I can think of is just the index offset. If I were to remove this in its entirety, oh, we have to actually mod by frame count. Yeah, still nothing. What? Okay. Go back here. Oh, they're not rendering at all. Are these properties the same name as what we described down there? X underscore width and height. XY cell count. Count XY pixel width, height. S cell width and height. Huh? Where are you used? Okay, you know what? I guess tile, for some reason, needs to actually manually set the variables. I'm not sure why. But I'm just gonna say that's what it is. So we'll just go to asteroid and yoink these. Go back to here. I don't know, let's just see. And this has to be 3, 3, 9. Yeah, I wonder why. It's a very strange thing. Oh, come on, Unity. The not autocompile thing is always a bite in the butt too. The fact that like sometimes, hey, it's visible. No offset though. I don't understand what's going on. There's index offsets we're applying. Am I looking at the correct shader? Yeah. Frame count. I got rid of the offset. And then the offsets makes it all go away. Okay, one thing I will say though is that the modulo thing is kind of bad because it's kind of forcing. This needs to actually. There we go. Finally, some offsets. It's not as good as I want it to look, honestly. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It doesn't look as good as I would have hoped. I think I need to make it even smoother and add more frames to the animation. Yeah, I think that's what's needed, honestly. 'Cause I want it to be a slow and very smooth animation. It also, is it? There's some weird artifacts going on there, actually. Why is there some weird, like... What is that? Oh, it's shadows, but from the... Oh. Oh, what? Okay, no, never mind. This is not going to be lit. Per pixel lighting, nope. That's not... It's still having per pixel lighting. Why are you oh my goodness. Why are you doing this to me? I have to make a unlit version of this. Or maybe have like an option to not make it lit. A variant so that I don't do the per pixel lighting that I have going on here. Also, we're still losing... Oh, I didn't cover that. So close. Yet so far. So close. So friggin' close. At a fast speed it looks good, but at a slow speed it's like rough. Yeah, that frame is where a lot of jarring stuff happens. Okay, I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just add all we have, commit. Dude, I wouldn't have thought falling leaves would have taken so long. Honestly, man. Oh well. 'Tis the price we pay, right? Yeah, dude. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the conclusion of today's stream. Thank you all for watching. I always appreciate the company. It's always a pleasure to be able to work with y'all. So thank you for watching. And as always, be sure to join Discord. Nah. As always, y'all, God bless. And until next time, stay cozy. Bye-bye.